Today, my special guest is our lady Figueroa. We are so glad to have her, the mother of the city, in my kitchen cooking up a storm with me on today. She is known to be a cook. And so I am honored to be side by side with her today as we go through this recipe that she is known for. You see, she has her apron on, nanny cakes. She caters and does all kinds of cooking for people. And so this is one of the recipes that she's known for. So today we're going to go through Lady Figueroa's famous lasagna, her requested lasagna. We're going to make it homemade. This is not frozen out of the freezer section, sticking in the oven. We don't do that over here on Cooking and Conversation. Everything, that's right. What's the other one? Auntie Ann's or whatever that is. Yeah. We don't do that over here in the kitchen of Cooking and Conversations. We make everything fresh with fresh ingredients, and we're going to take you through it one step at a time. And then at the end, of course, we'll be making our presentation. But today, as we go through this recipe of her lasagna, we're going to be talking all things marriage and ministry, just marriage as a whole, marriage with children, raising PKs. We're going to go through the whole thing on today. So you guys stay tuned as we go through this. I promise you, you're not going to want to miss this. We'll be right back. We're back on Cooking and Conversations, getting ready to go through this lasagna and talk all things marriage. But before we do that, tell us about yourself, Lady Figueroa. I introduced you, but I want you to tell us about yourself.
Well, Lady Bullard, I'm so grateful and honored and privileged to be in your beautiful home out here in Amityville.
Thank you.
And I'm so grateful to God. We share the same first name.
Yes.
You are Dorene.
Yes.
I'm Doreen.
Two Doreens.
Amen. But I'm grateful to God that the Lord put us together. I didn't know you. I don't know if you knew me, but I believe that God put us together for such a time as this.
Yes.
And God is so good. I'm just who I am, Doreen Beverly Gates Figueroa. Amen. And God has brought me from such a long way, and I'm grateful to be able to do the things that I do. I wear many hats, as I know that you do. And because God has given us the strength and given us the knowledge and the wisdom to do what we do, to make life better.
Yes.
Not only for ourselves, but for others.
Yes.
We have a lot of people depending on us. We got church people and children and husbands and family depending on us to keep it together, to hold it together like glue.
Right.
And so I'm grateful to be a part of this conversation.
Yes.
I am honored and privileged, and I love lasagna, and so many others love my lasagna.
So this is what people ask for when they call you up and ask you to make a dish. Usually it's the lasagna.
It's either peach cobbler or lasagna.
Okay.
And I try to do it. I try to cook with love.
Right.
Because I know it makes a difference.
I
work with people who cook and they're fussing the whole time they're cooking. I'm not doing that.
Right.
When I start cooking, and I do love to cook, and I always pray and say, Lord, just let me take it easy.
Yes.
I don't want no burns. I don't want nothing spilled. Just let it be. This is my time to think and dwell on the goodness of the Lord as I'm cooking.
Yes. I feel the same way.
Yeah, I may put on a little music.
Yes.
And it just helps me to get
decomposed.
Yes, absolutely. So I enjoy cooking. I enjoy doing what I do. And my family loves my food.
I know that's right.
So,
all right, so we're going to get into this recipe. We have the chopped meat here. Do you ever use turkey or chicken or anything in place of it sometimes?
Sometimes people ask me because they don't like beef. So I have used turkey. I've used beef. I've used,
So that part is interchangeable.
Yes,
we
absolutely.
can do this, but if you don't eat ground beef, you can use ground turkey, ground chicken in this place, and everything will come out pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same.
All right, so you can start. We have the ground beef there.
I smell
so that is about, I would say, I think I bought a 5 to 6 pounds. So if you use half of that, then that's about 3 pounds there of the ground beef.
Just brown it. Just gonna brown it. Get the juices from it. Let's see, maybe use a little bit more. Some people like their lasagna really, really meaty. Meaty. You know, so.
I like it both. I like it meaty and cheesy.
Yeah.
Because I'm a cheese lover.
Oh, you love cheese?
Yeah, I love cheese.
Yeah. So we're going to
chop it up as small as we can get it.
Yep.
I know that part.
Yep.
So, Lady Figueroa, how long have you been married? How many years?
I've been married to the same man for 46 years.
Goals, y'all. Y'all be talking about hashtag goals. When y'all see those little pictures of people holding hands when they get married. Goals is how many years?
46
Come
years.
on, goals is
This
46
is my 40. This will be my 47th year come June 14.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Goals is 46 years to the same man. That's it.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
Yes.
To God for the years that the Lord has given to me and Bishop Figueroa.
Yes.
We started out as teenagers. He pursued me.
I know that's right.
He pursued me.
He that fine lift a while.
Listen to me. He pursued me. I came home one day and my father said, he wrote down, and my father wasn't, the best speller. Yeah. He wrote down Ekid, E-K-I-D call. I said, Daddy, I don't know nobody named Ekid. So I called a number. I'm glad I did. But I called the number, and it was Eric Figueroa. Eric Figueroa. I said, well, how did you get my number? He says, well, a mutual friend of ours, thank God for Dennis Pendarvis, he's going on to be with the Lord. But he said, my husband and we were singing at a talent show. Okay. And he saw me.
Because she's a singer, y'all. For those of y'all who don't know that. But if you know her, then you already know that. But she's a singer.
Singing at a talent show. He was singing with his little boy group, and I was singing with my little girl group.
Come on.
And he saw me. He saw me up on stage. And he says, he asked my friend, well, who was that? Do you know that young lady? And the young man said, yeah, I know her. That's Doreen Gates. And Dennis gave my husband a number. He called me, and the rest is history.
Oh, my goodness.
And we came, the first date we ever went on was to church.
People in the Bible, they be out dates.
When my father heard that he was taking me to church, he said, oh, I like that young man. I like that young man.
That's an impressive first date right there.
So it's just we went on from there, and we're singing and in church and doing the work of the Lord and singing with the choir. We had a great choir back in those days.
Okay.
The Gospel Expositions. You can look them up. We were the top-notch choir.
And at one point, Bishop Figueroa was a choir director, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was a great director. I mean, he used to have us sing.
Yes.
Woo, baby. And so
I've seen some of the videos. I remember some of the songs.
Yeah. So we started out in church and been there for some.
Come on, that's it right there.
Church has done us well.
Yes.
Done our family well. And I'm just so grateful for what the Lord has done.
Yes.
Brought us to this point. We've been in ministry for 38 years.
How many children?
3 children.
3 children.
3 beautiful children. Timothy Figueroa, who was a mighty preacher.
Yes, singer.
Preacher and singer, yes. Singing with Kurt Carr. And then my middle daughter, Anisha Figueroa.
Who's also a singer.
Also a great singer.
I heard her. New is her latest.
Bless God.
As a matter of fact, Erica Campbell on the Instagram, she played some of the songs, her newer ones. Said she was in love with them.
Yes. Blessings. And my daughter, Anisha, is in New Zealand as we speak with her family. She has a gifted and talented husband and son and daughter. And her little son, CJ, who is about to be 7, is going to be doing a Netflix movie.
Come on!
With Michael Downey Jr.
Yes!
So God is blessing.
Yes,
God is blessing.
Is.
And then my son, my son Eric Jr., he has a wonderful wife, Sister Octavia. She's the daughter of Bishop David Wallace, the late Bishop David Wallace.
Overseer Nelson, one of my besties,
yes,
is a member of that church.
Absolutely.
And I remember when they were planning for the wedding and everything.
It was a beautiful wedding.
Yes.
And Prophetess Cordelia Wallace is her mom. And
yes.
She's pastoring the church now. So, and God brought us together. Yes. 2 great families together. So we're grateful to God for that. And they have 1 son who just turned 5. We call him E3 because he's Eric Figueroa.
the third. Oh my goodness.
So we call him E3. And
how many grands do you have?
I have 6.
Okay.
6 grands. My oldest is 21.
Mm-hmm.
And my youngest is 4.
Okay.
My oldest daughter has 3 children and 3 gifted and talented children.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest son, Quincy, is away at college in Portland State. And her son, Miles, is a great singer.
Yes, I've heard him.
He's on tour with her.
You know her?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
He's on tour with her. And so this is just about ready.
Okay. Now, how do you do it? Do you season while or you season after?
I season the sauce.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I season the sauce. Okay. So this is ready. We can turn this off.
Okay, we're going to turn this off. Yeah. All righty. And where are we going next with it?
We're going to put
strainer.
No, we don't need a strainer.
Okay.
We need our bowl.
Okay.
We're going to line our bowl with 4 pieces of lasagna.
All righty. Shift this here.
Okay.
Shift here. Good. Move this whole thing.
Just gonna
get you
layer them. This is perfect size pan.
Okay, good.
Perfect size.
Because that's the lasagna pan I
got. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
All right, so we line in the pan. Should I set the oven? What do we usually set it on?
Set the oven on 4.
Okay.
Set the oven on 4. Oh, this is great. Right. This is perfect.
Got the oven. Oh, it sure did.
Do we have one more piece of lasagna? Is there one more in there? No? Okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work.
I sure did put the wrong number in here. You know what? Let me throw a piece in here while we...
Okay. Just one so we have a...
Throw a piece in here. This is the real, y'all. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty, and so now you start to prep the sauce?
Yeah, I'm going to pour this in here.
Pour the meat in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need another pot for the sauce.
Okay, got it.
So, this is hot. So
let's go here with the meat. And you want to... Yes, I do.
I want to pour it in.
You want the mittens?
Yeah. 3 little kittens. This is great. These are nice mitts. This is nice. Okay. Everything is so colorful.
I love it. I kind of like that country kitchen kind of, vibe.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Alrighty, and then after
water
this,
in that.
Okay.
Spread this out nice. Oh, this is a nice amount of meat.
Ooh, good.
Very nice. Oh, this is gonna be nice. I'm excited already.
Okay, and you make your sauce separate. Okay,
yeah,
I'm watching.
I do.
I am watching.
I do. I make my sauce.
Alrighty, so we're back on Cooking and Conversations, going through Lady Figueroa's lasagna. We've lined the pan with the first layer of lasagna, and she's browned up the chopped meat. You can use whatever you want. This is ground beef, but you can feel free to use ground chicken or ground turkey, and you'll get the same result. Now she's getting ready to go through the sauce. So we're going to get our fire going again. You let me know where we are with the fire.
Okay, not too high.
Okay, let's go because we simmering this sauce. Okay, and we're gonna put a little oil.
Yeah, just a little.
You let me know.
That's good.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just a sous chef today.
I like these sauce in this little container like this.
Oh yeah.
Because if you don't use it all,
right, you can put it in the fridge. Yeah. I started buying them like that. Even my cheese sauces and things, they come like that now, and I find that to be
very nice,
better to handle. Yeah. So this is about how much sauce you're getting ready to use.
This is how much here. This is
a 2 pound, 35 ounce. I bought 2 of them. I wasn't sure.
Okay, I usually use my eye.
You're going to eyeball it. We're going to eyeball the sauce.
Probably about half of this.
Okay, got it.
See how thick it is. I usually add a little water
to
it. We'll see.
Okay.
But this is good.
Okay.
I'm guilty of using only name brand stuff.
I know that's right.
Del Monte.
Look, when it comes to certain things, and you're a baker as well, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so especially like when I find that when I'm baking, doing, my cakes from scratch or whatever, I like to do the same thing too. I like the Kerrygold butter and all that stuff when I'm baking the cakes.
Yeah. I'll sprinkle just maybe 3 dashes of the onion powder.
Okay.
In there. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Come on, you teaching me something right here.
And then I'll pour. This is thick. And then roll this.
Okay.
Because we have to.
So we got a little onion powder.
We have
some tomato sauce.
Yep.
This is Hunt's, but y'all use what you use, honey.
Use what you use. Use what you use. I'm going to need about a glass of water.
Got it.
Glass of water.
We're doing a cup. This is 2 cups here. I'll just do that and then use what you use. All right, so this is 2 cups of water.
Okay, that's good. This is good. So I want it too thick.
That's about a half, I would say.
Yep, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
The top layer and the bottom layer. That's good. That's good. Okay. Then let me add a little more onion powder. Okay. 3 dashes. 1, 2, 3.
Got it. Because I'm going to copy you. I'm going to give you credit, though, when people was eating the lasagna. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I cook stuff that I got from my mother, but they don't know it. So
you have regular salt?
Yes. That's just regular table salt?
Regular table salt. Yes.
You got table salt. I got kosher, whichever one.
Table salt.
Okay.
Okay. Again, I'm not
just eyeballing. We just eyeballing because this is how real cooks do.
Yeah.
I always say I'm not a chef, I'm a cook. I might not have a whole bunch of measurements, but you can be sure that my eyeballs giving good.
Yep.
I trust my eyes.
Black pepper, of course. I love black pepper.
So that was onion powder, tomato sauce, a little regular salt, black pepper.
Black pepper. What's that ringing?
That was the oven.
Oh,
we have 400.
Okay. Good. Do you have accent?
Yes, I do.
Accent. Okay.
That's one thing, Lady Figueroa. I keep just about all the seasonings. Yeah.
Good.
I'm big on even just buying stuff and trying it. Very big on that.
Good.
There's your accent.
Great. Okay. Accent and then garlic powder. Yes. Powder.
All right.
And then our
oregano. And that always gives it such a nice taste. Yeah. I'm very big on oregano, Italian seasoning, basil.
Yep. Rosemary.
Rosemary. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I always keep fresh rosemary, fresh thyme, bay leaves.
Yeah, this is good. Now I need some sugar.
Got it. See? Now, there's a thing with those of y'all who do not believe in using sugar in your tomato sauce or tomato-based like spaghetti and all those things, but it does cut the acidity in the tomato sauce.
Absolutely. I used to, we used to have a, at the church, day camp for the children. And I promised them that I would cook for them at least once a week.
Right. Okay. They want home cook.
And they wouldn't let me cook nothing but spaghetti.
I said, I cook something for my mom. Yeah.
Spaghetti. And they loved my spaghetti.
Yes. Sugar cuts the acidity.
Yep. This is nice. This is going to be nice. I'm going to add a little more oregano.
All right.
I like to see it.
Here's your sugar.
Good.
You said you like to see it. You like to see the oregano show up.
Yeah, I like to see it.
It does. So y'all could, go ahead, try it. Try putting a little sugar in your tomato-based dishes. Some people are a little scared. Don't be scared. Use a little sugar.
These are different flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That it does.
My mother didn't use sugar, and I loved her lasagna. But, I did it my way.
That's right.
My mother-in-law was a great cook as well.
Really?
And a lot of stuff I got from her.
Okay.
I learned how to make peach cobbler from her.
Mm-hmm.
And this was her recipe for lasagna.
Oh, nice.
So because my husband said, you need to make it like my mother. Right. Your mother ain't here. I'm here. You gotta eat this.
And even speaking, in terms of that, we were talking a little bit off camera, and I was telling you about some of the conversations that I've encountered as of late with, well, not for me, young men, but I'm sure that there are some out there, but young women who are looking to be married, who have a desire to be married, who are taking the steps to go forward in marriage. And some of the things I hear sometimes, it's like the perception that they have of marriage is not what it actually is. First of all, you come into that place where your main concern is the wedding. And we need to make sure that as we're entering marriage, this union, we have to have our minds concentrated on more than the ceremony.
Absolutely.
On more than that one day, that you probably won't even remember. Right?
If it wasn't for the pictures or the videos, you won't remember. But the marriage is the wedding is only a few minutes. That's only a few moments. But you want the marriage to last a lifetime, and that has to be worked on, and that has to be looked into, and that has to be prayed on. You gotta pray, stay prayed.
Yes,
gotta stay prayed. Gotta stay prayed. You gotta have a serious prayer life.
Yes.
In order to maintain a healthy marriage, because marriage changes.
Yes.
Because you change.
You change, right?
You change.
Right.
The children come into the picture.
Yes.
That changes things.
Years go by.
And you change the way you view things, the way you look at things. That all changes. I'm in the senior years of my life. I'm not ashamed to say. I'll be 67 this year.
Woo!
And
come on, 67.
Listen to me.
This is what it looks like in 2027.
I'm not like I used to be. My tolerance level is different. And what matters to me is it has changed.
Come on, that's good right there. Because who you were at 20 when you first got married is not even who you are at 30 or 40. Exactly. It does change.
It changes.
And you have to be with someone who, as you change, and vice versa,
because they're changing too. They're changing too. My husband was when we first got married. Oh my God, he was running. Had to do this, had to do that. But he's slowing up now.
Yes.
He's taking in more of life. And everything is not ministry, but how valuable family is as well. Right. And taking time, as you say, to smell the flowers.
Yes.
And so I'm grateful for that. Men have a different perspective on how, when they're in business or if they're in church, they just have a different way of dealing with things.
Yes.
And so I'm grateful that it seems like, and because we're empty nesters, it was scary at first. I said, how's this going to work out? But we've come together closer. We just sit down and have dinner together. We sit down and have tea together. We go out. And it's just it's so good. Those are the things I prayed for in the beginning, but we were busy in ministry. Right. But now the Lord is bringing those things into pass, and I'm just so grateful.
And speak to that. I was telling you that I had a couple of young ladies that, well, not both of them, but one in particular, was telling me that, it's almost like she's seeking to be a first lady. She called me and told me that one of the people in her church told her that she looks like a first lady. And I'm like, what does that look like? What does a first lady look like? Please tell me.
Big hat.
I'm a first lady. I need to know what it looks
big
like.
hat. You're sitting stoic in your seat, and nobody else better not sit in.
Right,
and
right.
You're
Somebody's bringing you water.
Yeah, and it's so much more than that.
Yes.
It's so much more than that. You first and foremost, you have to have a personal relationship with God for yourself.
Yes.
You've got to be secure in yourself. Know who you are and what you bring to the table.
Yes.
And know that that's important. Yes, the pastor is the head, and people are looking at him, and people are putting accolades upon him and praising him, but you're holding it down.
Come on, and you got to be good with that.
You got to be good
because a lot of the stuff that they see up front, they don't know that that's you behind the scenes bringing it to the forefront, but you're not getting the credit for it. But that's okay.
It's okay because God sees.
Right.
God sees it. What you do in secret, God's going to reward you in the open.
Yes. And at the end of the day, because that's your partner, you want to see the ministry succeed. So it doesn't really matter who's doing what as long as it's getting done. And we're okay with that.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
And I wasn't always okay with it. I'm always okay with it. Used to rub me the wrong way. But I've learned. And through counseling and people coming to me, Sister Figueroa.
Wait. You said counseling.
Yeah.
Come on.
I've had some mothers pull me to the side. Daughter, hold on. Because they can see it in my countenance.
Yes.
If I had a problem at home with my husband, I'd bring it to the church. You can't do that. You can't do that.
This is good teaching, y'all.
And you got to know how to, when to display those things and when to hold up, when to fold up, when to walk away, when to run. Listen, and then you better count your blessings. But I had some mothers come to me and said, just hold on. And there was one time in our lives when we were really going through, and I felt like, well, this is going to be it. I'm just done. But a preacher, a great man of God, Bishop Kenneth Mose, who's going on to Figueroa, he said, daughter, hold your peace, hold your place, and hold on to the promise.
Come on, that's good right there.
Hold your peace. That means keep your mouth shut. Hold your place as the first lady and hold on to the promise. You know what God has promised you.
That's good.
And I've lived by those three principles.
Oh, I'm going to hold on to that.
God has helped me to weather storms in my marital life, in my spiritual life, with my children, with the saints at the church, with people I meet in the world. Hold on. That's how I have survived Lodi's 46 years of marriage and 39 years
marriage
of
and ministry.
They can come together. I mean, they are separate entities, but at some point they come together. And so I'm just so grateful that the Lord has taught me, and He's still teaching me. Still teaching me.
Because you are an evangelist yourself. So speak to that, because sometimes, as first ladies, we can fall into that place of just being supportive of our husbands and our leaders when there is something that God has for us as well.
Absolutely.
And sometimes we don't know how to navigate that as far as coming into what God has designed for us to be outside of who they are.
Yes. God will give you your place. And if you have a leader that's wise enough to let you go forward, you're not trying to go above him. You're not trying to take over. But you have to flow in the ministry that God has given you. And if He's given you a ministry to preach or to teach or whatever it is,
or pray,
you got to walk in that, and you've got to do that. And you do it with wisdom, and you do it by the leading of the Lord and with the blessings of your leader. All of those things.
Come on, because those are some things that I've seen that have torn marriage ministries apart.
Because the leader thinks you're trying to usurp his authority and you think you're better, or you being held back, you got to come to common ground, and fulfill your assignment that God has given you, in ministry as well as in the home, and being a wife and being the first lady. It's a lot to juggle. It's a lot to juggle. It is, because you have to know how to take care of home. And if you need help to the church house, if you need help, you need to seek advice, spiritual good advice. I wrote a book called There is Nothing Wrong with Wise Counsel. Nothing wrong. Women of God. Nothing wrong. I wrote a book called Ask the First Lady. I wish I had brought it with me. I wrote a book a couple of years back called Ask the First Lady, and I gathered some of my First Lady friends. I wish I had known then, who gave input into the pertinent questions that people were asking about marriage and relationship and ministry. And it's a wonderful little book. It's not a lot. Where can we get our hands on it? I'll have my hands on it. I'm going to get it to you. Okay. Get it to you. For those of you who are like me and want to inquire about it, she's going to give me the information. And when I post this, I will make sure that I put the link to where you can get your hands on it. Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's so helpful. We've got to help one another. Yes. As first ladies, as women, Black women. Because this is not a competition. Yeah, it's not a competition. Oh my God. Say it again. This is not a competition. It's not a competition. We all want to win. We want to win. Kingdom win. Exactly. The kingdom is the most important part. God's people are the most important part, and your family, your children, they're part of God's kingdom. Yes. So it works for everybody. That's right. It works for everybody. And so I'm just grateful for what the Lord has done. This is so good. Wisdom. I like to get wisdom from women who are where I'm trying to get to, where I'm aspiring to be. You are well on your way. How long have you and your husband been in ministry? He was ordained in 2014. Okay. So we are still young in the ministry, but God has brought us through a lot of things. And my bishop, Archbishop Robert J. Rochford, that was one of the things that he was able to discern about us when we first came under dunamis, is that what it usually takes people years to experience. For whatever reason, God has made it so that, I don't know, I don't even want to call it a fast track, but we've been through so many things that people normally don't go through for years and years. Well, you're under good ministry, and I have to put a pin in there because Bishop Rochford is my dear friend. I knew Bishop Rochford before I knew Bishop Figueroa. Wow. We were young children together. Our churches used to fellowship. And Bishop Rochford was a great young preacher at 15, 16 years old. He was preaching under a heavy anointing. And my mom, my precious mother, Evangelist Tina Gates, had him to come to our church, the Glorious Church. Bishop Perry Lindsay was our pastor, and he was preaching. And I had just started going out with Bishop Figueroa, and he came and heard Bishop Rochford, and that inspired him to preach. The calling was already on him. But that inspired him when he saw Bishop Rochford, a young man, preaching like that. And so Bishop Rochford and I go back a long, that's our bishop. That's our leader. And because you're under good leadership, and wise leadership, wise counseling, I know that he's going to cover you. And he does. Cover you and give you good direction. And that's a big part. Yes, it is. And if you're willing to listen and to obey. Come on. Sometimes you're privy to the information, but you don't listen. Right. You don't listen. You're like a hard-headed child. Yes. I don't know what that is. I don't like to say this generation or whatever, but this generation, this time with they don't want to be accountable to anyone or have anyone over them. It's okay to be accountable to someone, and it is wise to take wise counsel and to be underneath someone that will be able to give you some type of direction. Absolutely. And that you can be accountable to. It holds you to another level, another standard. Hallelujah. It holds you to that, to where you can be held to be integral and to make sure that your character
is what it should be.
Absolutely.
And to be able to seek advice from somebody or for someone when you are going through the wrong path, it's just like when you have your children and we see them going in a way that they should not go.
You're going to let them go?
You don't let them just go.
No.
Thank God they have a parent.
Absolutely.
They have someone of authority over them to say, you're going in the wrong way.
And trust me, when they get older and look back on those mistakes that you kept them from going into, they're very happy.
Yes.
My children have come back to me on several occasions. Thank you, Mommy.
Yes.
I didn't like it then, but I'm glad about it.
Thank God for it.
Glad about it now.
Yes.
So we're just thankful for the blessings of the Lord that make rich and add no sorrow.
All right, so we got this sauce. And we saw what we had in there. So now what's the next step?
Next step, we're pretty much done.
Okay.
We're gonna put our cheese on.
Open those.
Just one. This is one for now.
One is good.
Yeah, we'll see.
And this is mild cheddar.
Mild cheddar.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what I want. Let me just sprinkle that on there.
So the first layer was the lasagna pasta. The second layer was the ground beef. And the third layer is the cheese. I'm going to get that cheese in there.
Yeah. This is a perfect bowl, perfect dish for lasagna.
Yes. Yeah, make sure y'all get, I think this maybe a 9x11.
Perfect.
I want to say.
Perfect size. Everybody can get a nice, good piece. Just spread that cheese out. Now, if you like a lot of cheese, you can add a little more.
Yeah, I'm a cheese girl.
Okay, cheese, you can put a little more. And now we're ready to put some sauce on this.
Okay. So let me get the. I think I'm gonna be a little better, and I'm gonna take this down so you don't have to
add a little more water so that it's
too high.
Okay.
Let's get this down. I'm gonna take that down for you. Excuse me.
Okay.
This.
That's good. Ooh, listen, you got things here that make cooking very easy. I always try to get my hands. Ooh, I'm in a little.
That's okay. That can be cleaned up after. Okay, nice.
Just try.
This layer is the sauce. We saucing it up.
Saucing it up.
And this is a fave for your family too?
Oh, yeah.
The kids like the lasagna. The grands like the lasagna.
Yeah, we call it the lasagna. Man, you making lasagna? I said, yes, babe, I'm making lasagna for you.
And they love it. I love that. It's so nice when your family, appreciates it.
That.
Yes, absolutely. And your family is co-signing, that makes you feel some type of way.
Absolutely. They're going to tell you the truth. No, Mommy, that wasn't so good. Or they just don't eat it.
Especially for me with my husband, because he's very, very particular.
Oh, you got one of those.
I don't eat this, I don't eat that. And
my husband,
he could look at something.
What did you put? Yeah, my husband can taste. He said, you put something different in there.
Right?
What's going on? What's going on?
He's that way. All right. And so the sauce usually cooks down into.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Now we're ready for our second layer.
Okay.
Of lasagna. Oh, you done did it, girl.
Yeah. Make sure I took that other. Great. Because I was one short.
Okay.
All righty.
Just gonna layer this up.
I'm
telling you, this is a perfect lasagna dish. Really perfect. Really perfect. Perfect.
All right. And so how do you do the top? The top is cheese.
Cheese. Probably open up that other bag.
Not the Turkish cheese. I love cheese, so we got 2 layers of cheese. Got 2 layers of cheese going.
Yeah.
I love it. I love for it to be cheesy.
Nice and cheesy. Spread that out evenly. And put our sauce on it. And it's ready to go.
Now, if y'all follow the recipe,
cover it up and put it in the oven.
Those who don't really cook like that, you're getting something good here. That's good for a family night, Sunday dinners, whatever you want to do. It's not that difficult. That sauce is seasoned nice, so
I hope so.
I'm sure it will be.
Sauce is the thing. The sauce is right. The rest is going to be good. The rest is on its own.
Right.
Cheese is on its own.
Right.
Sauce is what's got to be right.
All right. So, what do we feel about 5 and 6 cheeses? Because I love cheese, but I tell you, I'm not really a fan of. I mean, I mix cheeses together. I'll do the cheddar and mozzarella and stuff, but I'm not into that 6 cheese macaroni and cheese and 6 cheese lasagna.
I don't mix.
Yeah.
I stick with what I know. I stick with what works.
I know that's right. If it ain't broke, we ain't trying to fix it.
Listen. That's so true. Let's get all this sauce. Okay.
That's good. You had like the perfect amount. Your eyeballing is on point.
Yeah. Pretty much. Okay.
But I guess when you've done it so many times.
Okay. That's ready to cover.
All right. We're going to cover it with some foil.
Yeah.
Tin foil. Okay.
I've always cleaned her edges up.
Yes. I'm like that too. Alrighty, so we have the oven on 400. We're covering it with tin foil, and what's the time?
The time is about 45 minutes, I would say.
All right, so about 45 minutes on 400.
Yeah.
Covered. So how do you do it? Do you cover it for 45 and then take it out for 5, or
what do you cover
it
and then let it?
Okay.
Once you know it's good and the cheese and everything is melted, you cover it, but uncover it so it can brown a little bit.
Okay, so we're covering it for about 45, and then we'll remove the foil and let it brown a bit.
Yep.
Got it.
Good. Okay.
So we're back, and it's pretty much the moment that we've been waiting for.
Yes.
The lasagna is done. You guys saw the steps to the layering. We did 400 at about 40-45 minutes.
Yes.
Took the covering off until it browned, and now, voila, we have lasagna. And so we're going to get ready to slice this up and take a taste test, because I have been waiting. People have been migrating from downstairs to upstairs and upstairs to downstairs because of the aroma. It has been doing like this here. Yeah. Wanting a taste test to happen. So we're getting ready to dig into it right now. See what we come up with. It smells wonderful. If we had smell-o-vision, you would be able to smell what I smell. But right now, y'all just going to have to settle for seeing it and watching us enjoying it until, of course, you decide to make it yourself. You can follow the easy steps that we went through. And if you do it right, it should come out like hers. If it doesn't, we did something wrong. Okay. So let's see. Ooh, we got some pull. Ooh, that's pretty.
That's nice.
That's pretty. Okay. All right. You're going to taste with me? Slice for myself. Sauce is dripping, honey. That's 2 layers of sauce right there. And 2 layers of cheese.
Yeah. First lady loves the cheese.
That's it. Look at that pretty lasagna right there, y'all. Look how that thing's set. Look at that thick layer of meat. Come on, meaty and cheesy. Look at that pull right there. That give.
You got the language for it.
So we get ready to take a taste of it now.
You ready?
Yep. Here we go. Now when you get the little jig, you start doing a little dance.
That's it.
That's some dish right there. Let me tell you, I do ziti, not really lasagna, but I'll be doing some lasagna now.
Okay.
That's when it's good. When you get the little jig going. When you do the food dance, the good food dance.
Good food dance.
So we have some set. We're going to get ready to finish slicing it up because the members of my household have smelled it and are more than ready to indulge. So we're going to let them do that. But we thank you so much for being with us for this episode of Cooking and Conversations. I hope you learned something, at least you should have. And for all of you out there, make sure that you tune in. And when you tune in, share it with somebody. Let them know that Cooking and Conversations is on and that they can get some words of wisdom from our lady Figueroa. I thank you so much for being with me today.
It's been a joy and
it has been such a pleasure.
Such a pleasure.
I've learned some cooking things, and I've learned some family things, and I've learned some ministry things. I've learned some life things, and if you guys tune in, you will learn the same. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you tune into the next episode. We'll see you soon.